How is it going, fellow gamers? Today I'm back on World of Warcraft's first ever patch, 0.5.3, released December 11th of 2003, and in this video I'll be leveling a pre-alpha hunter, which to my surprise there were multiple differences from how it is here in 2003 as compared to when the game was released November 23rd of 2004. It's pretty crazy and I hope you boys enjoy. Disclaimer, all of this was streamed here on YouTube, so keep your eyes peeled to be included in the next video. Appreciate you boys. Spawning into the peaceful sanctuary of Teldrassil, the first thing I noticed was the focus bar, with focus being Hunter's main stat as opposed to mana. This is different from how Hunters are released in vanilla, with Blizzard deciding to switch Hunter's main stat to mana as opposed to the focus-based system for the release of 1.1. This is likely due to the fact that the focus system here in Alpha is pretty overpowered, allowing you to infinitely spam arrows with your shoot ability, no matter how close or far the enemy is from you. That being the next thing I noticed as a large change, with that specifically being the Hunter's lack of Raptor Strike at level 1, instead having a ranged ability in Shoot, which is a castable ability that fires your ranged weapon at the enemy. All of this is rather shocking due to the fact that after almost 7 years on the dot, the World of Warcraft team reverted to a system almost identical to this in Cataclysm, which was released on December 10th of 2010. A very unfortunate realization I made while leveling my Hunter was that arrows do not stack on 0.5.3, so I had to buy stacks of 100 at a time, something I found myself doing a lot, since I could infinitely spam my bullets due to the fact that the focus system was a tad bit out of whack. To counter this, I spawned in a little bit of money to keep my arrow supply in check, enabling my remorseless slaughtering of the local wildlife. Another thing I noticed, granted after a good amount of time, was that the Hunter spawned in with a shield, or well, a buckler. This was another class of shield here on Alpha WoW that could be used by Hunters and Rogues, which is pretty epic, and it got my brain working. Since the talents here are so unspecific, would I possibly be able to make a tanking Hunter? Looking at my defensive talents, this was definitely possible with things like toughness, regeneration, evade, and dodge mastery, so it was pretty much official. We were making a survivalist Hunter tank. More on the talent system quickly for those of you who don't know what it looks like. The way it works here on 0.5.3 is pretty simple, but it's also pretty different. Every level starting at level 2, you get 10 TP, or talent points. Most are 10 TP each for their first rank, but some are more depending on their value, such as, for example, weapon masteries that cost 25 TP each at rank 1. Though each time you purchase a talent, buying a second rank will almost always cost you 5 TP extra, this being much different than how the talent system is released on vanilla, as I'm sure you guys know, eliminating specializations for each of the 7 classes entirely. Anyhow, after coming to the conclusion that we were making a Hunter tank, because why not, I thought I should see what each main stat does here in Alpha WoW, assuming they do something pretty different from how they were released in 1.1, which actually was the case for both strength and agility, being much more simple than you would imagine. Strength only increases your block and crit chance, whereas agility increases your general weapon damage, dodge chance, and also increases your chance to proc with certain abilities. Spirit, stamina, and intellect are all entirely the same, with spirit increasing mana and health regen, stamina increasing hit points, and intellect increasing mana. This in mind, we're going to want to spec highly into agility talents such as Cat's agility, as dodge and weapon damage is what we want a lot of, preferably. Once reaching level 4, I sought out the Hunter trainer for training. Upon finding him, he provided me a new ability in True Shot, which is not something you see in the game when it releases in vanilla, with it working in literally the same way as the shoot ability, just having a longer cast time and doing slightly more damage. After some more leveling and the jumping of a continent, I hit level 6 and obtained 2 brand new abilities in Charm Beast and Quick Shot. Charm Beast allows for me to tame any beast for 1 minute at a time, while also raising my beast handling skill in the process. As for Quick Shot, that is an instant cast ability which does okay damage, but has a 1 minute cooldown, which is kinda ass. While messing around with Charm Beast, I noticed that its use raised my beast handling skill, which got me thinking, and also led to me noticing that my Quick Shot and other Hunter abilities were raising my rank in combat shots, an old system which was removed by Blizzard for the release of vanilla, as well as ranking up my bow skill. This means that as a Hunter, you need to level up 2 sets of skills in order to optimize your damage. Furthermore, when checking my skills to see if I could find anything else new, I saw that I had 3 skill points. I found that these skill points are actually required to learn certain weapon types, such as, for example, learning to use crossbows as a Hunter would take up 1 skill point or 1 SP. Anyhow, after some questing, I hit level 12, receiving the ability Fire Shot. This ability fires a flaming shot at the enemy, doing an additional 30 fire damage. This ability requiring the reagent Fire Tar for use. This reagent able to be found in Pistol's Apothecary right as you enter Stormwind for 30 copper each, adding another thing to the list of expenses required to play a Hunter here on Alpha WoW. This ability is pretty cool though, aside from how expensive it is to use, as well as the ability requiring you to rank a whole nother set of skills in Fire Shot, meaning I got resisted the first like 20 times I used the ability, which is pretty sick. At level 14, I got Mend Pet, an ability that is still in the game to this day, allowing for us to heal our damaged pet while in battle. Following that, at level 16, I received Frost Shot. Frost Shot fires a Frost Shot, unsurprisingly, at the enemy, causing an additional 10 damage, but applying a 40% slow to the enemy struck. This ability, like Fire Shot, requires a reagent in Frost Vial per every shot, this also being found in Pestil's Apothecary as you enter Stormwind. You also need to level up Frost Shots for this ability, so you'll get resisted using this as well. Though, unfortunately, I didn't get any new abilities after that up until level 20, when I received Beast Call, Multi-Shot, and Flare. These three abilities are just as you know them, aside from Flare requiring the reagent Explosive Shell, which is also found in Pestil's Apothecary inside of Stormwind. Though with max level being 25 here in the 0.5.3 client, level 24 was the last level we received any new abilities, receiving Blinding Shot. What Blinding Shot does is decrease the target's chance to hit upon being struck, decreasing the damage done to you by the enemies. This being a fantastic way to mitigate damage as a hunter here on the alpha. Though again, with level 25 being the max level, level 24 was the last level we received any new abilities, with that really being it for the hunter here on 0.5.3, or at least the new/old stuff that is. If we could get more people to hop on the game, then perhaps we could put my survivalist hunter tank to the test, but until that day comes, if you boys enjoyed the video, had a laugh, or learned something new, a like, comment, and subscribe is all greatly appreciated. I hope every single one of you boys watching have a great rest of your day, and please make sure to join in on the next stream. Alright, I need more of you boys to socialize with. Peace!